From the Central Illinois Weather Network, good afternoon, I'm Larry Eastep. We have tornadic storms moving through Indiana at this hour. Those are the same storms that moved through Central Illinois about 2.5 to 3 hours ago. Let's take a look at Storm Lab here, and we'll try to show you what we're talking about because we've got a number of cells we're watching very closely. Take a look at the radar out of Evansville, Indiana right now. And we can show you this nasty line of storms. It has passed the Evansville area, but is now affecting portions of Warwick County, Indiana, moving into Spencer County near the Santa Claus area, south through Davies County, and looks like maybe eastern portions of McLean County, and also moving through the Hopkins County area. Over the past few minutes, we've had reports of hail there. Tornado warnings at this hour remain in effect for a number of counties. We'll show you here. First of all, out of northern Indiana, which we're not showing you at the moment, but northern Indiana, a tornado warning remains in effect for about another 15 minutes until 4:45 Eastern Daylight Time for southeastern Marshall and central Fulton counties in north central Indiana. A severe thunderstorm with strong rotation was reported by radar, and it is producing damaging and destructive winds in excess of 70 miles an hour near Old Tiptown, or about 11 miles north of Rochester, Indiana, moving northeast at 50. Again, a tornado warning for southeastern Marshall and central Fulton counties in north central Indiana until 4:45 p.m. Central Time. Let's come a little further south and bring Pathcast on here with Storm Lab and show you this tornadic cell we've been watching. It came through north of the Evansville area and now is affecting folks in southern Bartholomew County in central Indiana, southwestern Decatur County in central Indiana, northeastern Jackson County in southeastern Indiana, and northern Jennings County in southeast Indiana. This affects the cities of Seymour. A possible tornado indicated by radar near Cortland, or about 8 miles west of Seymour at 4:10 Eastern Time, so about 20 minutes ago, moving northeast at 60. This would put this storm in Seymour right now. North Vernon by 3:42 local time, 2:42 Central Time. Vernon, Westport, Holton, Millhausen, Greensburg, Indiana by 4:02 p.m. Eastern Time. Osgood, Napoleon, Versailles, Indiana by 4:03 p.m. Newpoint by 4:06 p.m. These are estimates from Storm Lab, Storm Tracker Plus Pathcast, showing you the storm path as we're seeing the worst of this storm right now moving to the northeast. So again, folks, Columbus is not out of the woods. You're getting some very heavy rain, some possible hail there. You're on the north side of the cell, but this storm is moving towards the northeast. So again, we're watching the possibility of a tornado in southern Bartholomew, southwestern Decatur counties in central Indiana, northeastern Jackson County in south central Indiana, and northern Jennings County in southeast Indiana. Take another look here at this storm, a little wider view. You can see it extends back to the Bedford area, over to Seymour, just to the south of Columbus. We have other cells we're watching. We'll show you those here in just a moment. Again, let's zoom in on Indianapolis Metro because we don't want to overlook the storms that are moving through there. No warnings in effect for Indianapolis Metro or Marion County right now, but there is an intense thunderstorm right over downtown, back towards Speedway, north to Brownsburg, south to Plainfield. You see the radar site there. These storms are very intense with very heavy rainfall. We are getting some reports of some small hail with those. Shelby County, Indiana, Shelbyville, you're also seeing heavy rain. Moving off to your east. Greenfield, you're in the clear for this storm. The storm behind you, moving through Marion County, moving that way towards Hancock County. Again, down towards Columbus. We'll look there once again and show you this storm that has the history of a tornado and is producing a possible tornado according to radar. If anything else, you're getting very large hail, damaging winds, possibly in excess of 80 miles an hour. This is moving right along I-65. It is going to be moving east and northeast towards North Vernon, Batesville, on up towards the Ohio border eventually. But Greensburg, Batesville, Jonesville, Westport, you're all in the path of this storm. Seymour, you know it because you're in it right now, but if you're in those areas, you want to take shelter. Let's take a wide look right now with Storm Lab. You see this line of storms, again, just to the east of Indianapolis, another line of storms just to the northwest of Indianapolis, extending all the way up to east of Gary. Then we've got this line that has formed during the afternoon and has started to kind of break up in spots, but also start to bow in spots, which gives us the indication that we have possible tornadoes. This stretches from just east of Indianapolis to Seymour, all the way over to the Terre Haute area. Then we have another line right now over around Hancock County, Kentucky, extending southwest towards Paducah. These are all potentially tornadic storms. The winds themselves could be damaging. As we watch these storms, we've seen indications of rotation with these throughout the afternoon and very gusty winds. Here's what the Storm Prediction Center is telling us. Again, you're seeing this storm right now over Fulton and Marshall counties in Indiana. That tornado warning continues into effect there. But the Storm Prediction Center is telling us that the threat for tornadoes will continue over the next few hours over this area. Storm Prediction Center telling us that this tornado watch will continue over portions of northeastern Indiana into Ohio until 8 p.m. this evening. They're looking at this warm front that is sitting over central Ohio up through the northern third of Indiana, and then a cold front extending back along the Wabash River Valley towards Paducah. These two combined are producing some pretty nasty storms, as we've said. Threats for damaging winds and isolated tornadoes will persist for the next few hours from western Kentucky through much of Indiana. The greatest tornado threat during the next 30 minutes to 1 hour appears to be with a long-lived supercell moving towards Jennings County in southern Indiana. That's the storm we're showing you here on Storm Tracker Plus Pathcast. Again, this is in North Vernon, Westport, in that area. This is the biggest tornado threat at the moment. They are scheduled to expire this tornado watch that is in effect for this area around 4 p.m. However, if necessary, it may be extended. Now, this would be for portions of western Kentucky and western Indiana. The one for eastern parts of Indiana into Ohio is in effect until 8 p.m. But we're looking at a very strong system here, very good potential of tornadoes with this. And again, as we look at a wider view, the line has been bowing and actually strengthening in Kentucky, so we could see potentially damaging storms and more warnings come across as we approach the 4 o'clock hour Central Time, 5 o'clock hour Eastern Time. We'll be watching this very closely as the potential is there for additional tornadic development, especially over the southern half of Indiana and the northern half of Kentucky, eventually extending over into portions of Ohio. But you see this red area here you are looking at from Indianapolis south to Louisville and back towards Paducah. That is the area, again, we're watching very closely here on radar as the storms are starting to intensify. Caldwell County, some large hail being indicated there, a severe thunderstorm warning. Hopkins County, McLean County, and that moving up into Davies County as well, right along the river there, southeast of Henderson and Evansville. Very nasty cell there. And then Jasper, you're also going to be under the gun. I would not be surprised at all to see tornado warnings to Boyd County, Crawford County, Perry County, Orange County in Indiana over the next half hour to 45 minutes. As these storms moved through Springfield earlier this afternoon, they did cause some damage just before noon. A brick wall right outside of our location here on the southwest side of Springfield near Jerome came down, and also some traffic lights down along Veterans Parkway. This will be out around the airport, and more extensive damage coming in, reports coming in, more extensive damage in the Loami area in western Sangamon County. We've had a number of reports of damage there, roof blown off of a house, one minor injury, and a lot of trees and power lines down. So it's been a messy past few hours, definitely a noisy afternoon for everyone in central Illinois, and now moving into Indiana and Kentucky. Be careful out there, and again, stay tuned for additional warnings throughout the afternoon. But Louisville, Kentucky, watch out. You're under the gun next for severe weather.